Okay. Open any editor of your choice which you use.
Yeah,
Just to write some pseudocode if required.
yeah, just-
Okay. Can you write down an student Pojo?
a student portion.
Yeah. With main method.
Should I write in Kotlin or in Java?
Java only. That's enough. We'll see in Kotlin later.
Okay.
Or if you are, good with Kotlin, go ahead. No issues.
Okay, then I can write in Kotlin.
Choice is yours. Okay, fine. Three are enough, I guess. So, can you tell me what are the literals and identifiers in this class?
Literals and identifier. Uh, Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, I guess I thought it's
No,
yeah.
I'm listening
Yeah,
to you. I thought you were summarizing or something, so I'm
Okay.
just waiting for that. Mm-hmm. So, what are the literals and what are the identifiers here?
Identifier is this because this key, and literal is this what value assigning to. I mean, is type of, like name is the
Okay.
string type. Is
Mhm.
will be a number, so to integer.
Okay, what is age here? Literal or identifier?
Is
Yeah.
is a identifier. Int is a
Mm-hmm.
is
Literal. Okay. What is demo?
Demo is the name of that class.
Okay, whether it is identifier or literal.
Name is identifier.
Mm-hmm. And what is the literal for that identifier?
Uh, this I mean these parameters are the literal for that.
Is it? Or object class is identifier for the demo.
Yes, object.
Okay. Tell me the difference between Kotlin and Java.
Kotlin in Java, there are many differences are there. Like Kotlin
Just tell me two.
Kotlin is concise,
In-
and in that Kotlin we have null safety. That is, in Java we don't have that, and Java is not concise.
Mm-hmm.
And like in Kotlin we have a smart cast. In Java we don't have that kind of thing.
Okay. Why do we call Java as a not complete object-oriented programming language?
No idea.
What is class loader?
Class loader in that is a function in that whatever you write the code, it will load to that class loader first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you tell me the difference between JRE and JDK?
JRE and JDK. JDK, like this editor, we can JDK in that Java development tool. In that we can edit the code, we can develop the code. JRE is a platform where Java runtime environment where we can run this program.
Can using the JRE I can compile and create a project? Is it possible?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Why do we need JDK then
Uh,
for development in Android?
yes, because every system having their own GRE, so it's make easy life to write the code and like syntax everything.
What is access specifier for the name here?
Access specifier.
Yeah.
Where? In the class.
Yeah. What is access specifier for name? So I am asking as a part of Java. We have access specifiers in Java, right?
Yes.
What are those?
You are asking like public, private, this thing?
Yeah, those ones.
Okay. So like public, private, protect, and default.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between default and protected?
Default means you cannot access in different classes, and protect means in one module you can access that. You cannot access in different modules.
Then what is the difference between default and private when we can't access outside the class?
Private is like you can use in same method. You cannot access to that in different module or different method if you that variable. And
No, it is accessible inside the class, right? Entire class it is available.
yes.
And you told default also the same. So just wanted to know what is the
Default,
difference.
like if you are not providing anything, so it will be it will be a default by default.
What characteristics of default?
Like you can access to the class in different classes, but you cannot
Okay, fine. We'll move on to Android part. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Can you write down the activity life cycle here?
Okay. On create, on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, on restart, then on
Nice. Any of this one take parameters as an input?
in that
Any of the method?
parameter. No.
Yes, on create take, right?
Yes.
Something called builder.saved instance.
Yes. On create.
Okay. Can you tell me the two use cases of that?
For save instance.
Yeah. Have you ever used save instance?
Yeah, like in Android we have like while we are rotating the screen, so that time that method will get called. For like in Android, again it need to recreate the activity life cycle. So for like data will be again it will call to that data. So if we'll use
You have on saved instance and on restored instance,
Yes.
right? Why do you require on create here?
why we require this on save instance inside on create, right?
No, already we were telling on rotation, but already we have on saved instance and on restore instance. Correct? So saved will pass and restore will take it up.
Yeah.
Where have you ever used saved instance in that scenario? I mean, responded to me.
No.
Then
In on create, like we have save instance, so like first time we are creating the activity, so that time it will say it is saving the all the data whatever it represent in the activity.
something called on new intent. We have one more life cycle method.
Okay.
For what purpose we have on new intent?
On new intent, like I have used in one of the project, like we had deep linking. So while we are clicking on that link, it is coming to the main activity, and that time new intent method will get called.
Okay, anyhow, your on resume is called, right? On resume on start if you're opening an activity. Why do we have on new intent here?
If you are directly, coming to the application in some particular fragment or activity, like we have a different classes, different activity. So if you are willing to directly jump on that, then we need to call on new intent.
So, what is intent filters in Android?
Intent filter we use in manifest file, like we was using for like host name, type and category.
What is use of it? What it will do?
It will it will help to start activity and broadcast receiver and services.
And that is intent, not intent filter, I guess. For starting an activity, service, and broadcast receiver, use intent, not intent filter. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you are right, but like in manifest file we can see in launcher activity we have intent filter always. Yes.
What it will do is my question.
It will filter some specific host name and what type of this.
Okay. Then, what if I don't mention any intent filter to any activity? What will happen? Whether I can able to launch or not?
No, we can't launch.
Okay. Can I define my intent filter in my application class to open an activity?
I have not done, but I guess we can.
Okay. So you are already non-resume. Okay.
Okay.
You are using the app.
Okay.
Okay. I rotate my screen. What will happen? I need a life cycle.
It will create once again from on start.
Okay, now I'm in on resume. Can you go ahead with the activity life cycle? What will happen next?
On resume again it will call on pause, then on stop, then on restart. Then if you want killing the thing, they will call on destroy.
Okay. So how do I notify in an Android? What are the type of method to update one data from one activity to other?
We can use passing of data from one activity to another.
Maybe parsing or updating, or say Pojo to activity or something, anything. I mean, activity to activity. Let's say.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
use put extra, or we can use bundle or
Or next
interface.
one more.
Interface.
Okay. One more.
If it is a small data, we can use directly by static value.
Okay. So what is the difference between broadcast and local broadcast?
Broadcast and local broadcast.
Yeah, local broadcast. There's something called local broadcast in Android.
That I don't have idea, but broadcast is like something. It will notify if anything happened to the application or on phone. It will notify to the user, like internet is not working, so it will notify to the user.
So I have an activity which supports opening of URL.
Okay.
Okay. How do the other activity will know where I can open my URLs in the browser? I have a browser kind of activity. You got my question?
We have two activity, right?
I have an activity called browser activity.
Okay. Okay.
I am capable of opening all type of URLs.
Okay.
So how do the other applications will come to know whether I am capable of opening it? What I will do for that?
You can use WebView for opening a URL.
Yeah, that is I am using the WebView, but outside my application also people will know, right? I can able to, like similarly when you click on URL, you will pop up with multiple browsers if you have. How do that happen? Similarly, I want to register my application also. I have created a browser. How do I do that?
We can use this thing, like action view, while intent action view.
Okay. And if I want to restrict only to my application, what I need to do? Nobody should know whether I have this kind of activity.
For that, manifest file, we need to keep our host name. So and like something is the enabled. We have done it, but I forgot how we have to enable something, and we need to keep some file in server so that it will directly open to our only, other will not get to know.
No, even I don't want to show my activity. Say when I say browsable equal to true and I say action equal to view, other application can see, right?
Yeah.
How do I avoid that one?
Like your question is like we are sharing something, some photos to WhatsApp, but it's give lots of options. So I want to directly share to the WhatsApp. Your question is that?
No, my question is I can able to open the URLs, okay?
Yeah.
But nobody should see my application. What I have to do? The URL should be restricted to only my application. Say I have a WebView implementation,
so
I can able to open all URLs. But I want to
yes,
avoid other applications.
You can use your package name so that nobody can.
But if I register as an view browsable and action equal to view, everybody will know, right?